I was sitting in the kitchen and I was like, Lord, what am I gonna do? I have all of these responsibilities, all of this going on, and it seems like I'm doing everything I can for you, and everything is just going opposite. Anybody ever been there where it seems like you were doing all you knew to do, and still you took 2 steps forward and you took 5 steps back, and you're saying, God, what in the world is going on? And I was sitting in my kitchen and I didn't understand it. And then these words came. I said, Lord, you are good. You've been so good. Lord, you are good. You've been better than good. I can't praise you enough. I owe you my life. Can't praise you enough. Even if I try, 'cause you've been so good.
Hey, beautiful people. I am back. We had to take a break from social media. Look at my son. We had to take a break from social media.
Homeless living in a tent with 4 kids, 3 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 guinea pigs.
And just get ourselves together. And I just want to say, for those who was rooting for us, my family, my animals, for those who was rooting for us, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We all appreciate the prayers, the well wishes, all the thoughtfulness, the help, the messages that was sent to personally help us get through what we were going through. And if you don't know what we were going through, this is the video that I posted that have over 1 million views. So just check it out. Okay, so we're going through stuff to try to see what's needed and stuff go to storage, but so ignore the best, but it's a lot. So you got the dog, and I'll show you the inside of the tent when it's cleaned out. Hey, beautiful people.
She done arranged the tents like each tent is a separate bedroom. So she's got like a 4 bedroom encampment, I guess you can call it. For my animal owners and lovers, what do y'all estimate the price of that to be to feed 3 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 guinea pigs? And we haven't even we haven't even accounted for what the price the price it costs to feed 4 children. But then she decided to take on some more dependents. So hey, she's taking responsibility for it and she's being accountable. Obviously, she's figuring it out. But I would love to kind of hear how the kids feel about this and just like what the life is like as far as going from the encampment to still having to go to school. I hope they're still in school, and like how they feel about their living situation and circumstance. Because I don't listen, if you want to live like that and be single with your guinea pigs, your dogs, your cats, your bears, oh my, cool. But to have kids living out amongst the elements like that in the woods somewhere, getting bit up by bugs and having caterpillars crawling on top of their forehead while they're asleep, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's right. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually does help out more than you know.
Well, you need to take my tent down for the morning. So I have to put my tent down by 8 a.m. time the store opens. I'm just putting like all my electronics up, making sure I keep track of all the chargers, and I had to take my hair down last time. My head was hurting, so throw my hair in the bun. I have to push my cart out so I can put the bigger blankets on there without getting caught in the tent trying to push it out. Don't mind my background. I'm at my job, so you can hear the people in the background.
Is that her job?
I do stay in my tent because it's a little warmer in my tent to fold up the blankets and put everything in the cart.
She said she's at her job. What's she do? Oh, huh. That looks like a Walmart or something. So when she said she's at her job, she done made her tent
That sky
right
in the back
outside her
just looks
job.
so beautiful. God is the best artist. This tarp always give me problems. I'm actually surprised it didn't give me that much problem this morning. But right now, I just want to take the time out to thank everybody for their prayers. I done had it people.
I'm gonna just be honest, man. I'd rather just work 3 jobs and barely have any free time, but have some money saved up and being saved up consistently and have a nice little place to live, a nice little car. She done, she's working, I'm guessing, one job, like a Walmart or something. And she done set up her tent outside the building. That way she can just wake right up and just go to work, I guess. Listen, it seems like she doesn't have any kids. So that tells me you got nothing but time and opportunity. You got to take advantage of that. You listen, you'd rather do this every day? Just saying.
A couple people donate to my Cash App. I want to appreciate y'all. Appreciate that. Going forward, anything donated to my Cash App will go towards me being able to stay in a room. Um, so it said that we have snow on the way. And if you ever did want to, help out or anything, my Cash App is in my bio.
Okay, so at this point, it's just solicitations for cash out. Listen, if you're living in a tent and you're just fine living in a tent, and if you didn't get the cash app, you would be in the tent and you'd be all right. You might as well just stay in the cash app. I mean, stay in the tent and save the cash apps to be able to make a much more permanent and situation changing move, as opposed to just every time you get enough cash apps to reach a certain point, then you go buy a room. It's kind of counterintuitive, and how are you going to get ahead when you're in these type of constraints? You got to start looking for big opportunities to be able to really get ahead and really be able to put a dent into your situation. Like I said, my solution would be to work 3 jobs, work as much as possible, because you're just going to be sleeping in your tent anyway. You don't got nothing, nowhere else to go. So if you don't have kids, what's stopping you?
People live in these tents inside the woods in Florida.
That's the trail right there. Where y'all think that go? You don't care? You don't care?
I just don't want to walk around in the woods, man. You want to walk back there? No, not really. Huh? Not really. Narcan? No, I don't do none of that. But individuals, like, can you use the Narcan? Is there people back here that can use Narcan? If I left a box with you? I know how to use it. Instructions, yeah. Yeah, it's got instructions. I'm going to bring you a box right back, okay? Huh? So you can talk to him. I can go grab one. Okay. We found out that people really do actually create whole lives in the woods, and they kind of live, I won't say primitively, but basics. They live off the basics. So,
Hey y'all, my name is Teely. I am chronically ill. I have multiple autoimmune conditions. MCAS, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, and I am living in a tent in the winter in Virginia because the place I have been living for almost 2 years now is so full of mold that it has been making me worse. I've been doing functional medicine treatment. I've been doing all types of things to try to heal and reverse my autoimmunity, and I've just been getting worse and worse. It's because I'm literally breathing in mold and toxins every day and being in a stressful environment where I'm being harassed. So my mom's trailer is on her biological father's property, and he literally has been harassing us the whole time I've lived here. He's been harassing her for years, since she's been living here. He saw me, my friend, helping me put the tent up, and he called the cops on us. So it's like I'm already in a shitty situation, being forced to live outside just to avoid things that are...
Why did she say my mom's living on her biological father's property? You mean your mom's living on your granddad's property or her dad's property? That's weird. It's like, yeah, let's get back into it.
slowly unaliving me, but then I'm also being harassed while I'm trying to live in the tent. He came outside and was blaring his car alarm at 3 in the morning while the first night I slept in the tent, revving his engine, and like he's called the cops multiple times and gone to the police station trying to get my friend, like trying to say that there was a trespasser, and like telling them saying that like nobody can be set up here and that we're staying here on his property and not paying him rent, like we need to be on a lease and all this and that. And like, mind you, this is the same man who told my mom, hey, daughter, come, I bought you this trailer, I put it in your name so you can own it and you can come and live here on my property so you won't have to worry about paying rent anywhere. And then as soon as, like, he just changed his mind and was like, yeah, no, like, I want you gone because you won't do things the way I want you to do. Like, my mom had her boyfriend over here, and so he went and sabotaged the well. Like, he's the reason why we don't have running water either. I have been living here with no running water, no toilet to flush, no nothing for almost 2 years. Moldy, just crazy. Like, I gotta get away from here. As somebody with autoimmunity...
Well, here's the thing, right? You're calling him a biological father, but it sounds like he was actually doing things, and you're basically saying that she didn't want to follow his rules. Maybe the rule was no men on my property. No men on my property. This is for you to get on your feet, but don't be having other men over here or whatever. And she couldn't follow those rules. So it's not as simple as he just changed his mind. It sounds like she wasn't following his rules. See, here's the thing that I think is just crazy, because I know why she called him biological father, because that's what a lot of like people like to say as like a jab against a father or something. Man, some fathers get a very unfair hand, man, because on one end, you don't want to listen to nothing that they got to say, but they have to be responsible. It's like, if you can't be fully responsible for me and do whatever it is that I need you to do and take full accountability for what I have going on in my life, then what is you here for? Even when a man will try to say, hey, I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that, then all of a sudden they go right off on them and they don't want to hear nothing you got to say, especially if it opposes the thought process that they're in alignment with. Then it's like, no, we don't want to hear nothing you have to say. Just be there when we need you. That's it. But then it's like, well, now all of a sudden when this reactionary situation comes up that you expect me to deal with, you forget how I was trying to mitigate it from the beginning. But no, we don't want to hear about that. We just need help now. Can you help now? If you can't help now, then you can go. I have an issue with that. I think it's unfair. Get no respect, but be held fully responsible.
Mold exposure is literally one of the main contributing factors to autoimmunity in the first place, so living in environments like this throughout my lifetime has been a major contributor. So living in the environment that causes autoimmunity while trying to reverse autoimmunity is literally impossible. So I'm being exposed to mold every day, and I'm also being exposed to, like, I'm stress because of harassment and mistreatment and just terrible living conditions. Like, I can't heal here. Can y'all blow this up and help me find somewhere to live, please? And I know a lot of people are going to flood the comments saying, apply for Section 8. I can't apply for Section 8 by myself because I don't have any income, because I can't work and I haven't gotten approved for disability. My mom I'm depending on my mom to apply for Section 8. I've been begging her this whole year, and she's just now filling out applications this week. People are going to say, don't you have family or friends you could stay with? I have a couple of people who have offered because they have the space, but the space is not safe for me. I can't live in, like, I'm so sensitive to things. I can't be around perfume, cologne, air freshener, dish soap, laundry soap, regular household items. Things that are normal for everybody else are literally toxic to me and make me sick. So I can't stay in somebody else's house and the way that they normally run their household, things that they normally wear, things that they use to clean, things that they, like, you know what I'm saying, things that they use every day. I can't be around it, and I can't go to somebody else's house and tell them, like, hey, you have to change, switch out everything you use for non-toxic options or whatever else. Like, it's really not safe for me most places, which is why the tent is the safest space. Like, it's a space that I'm in. I have it to myself. I can control the environment. I can make sure there's no toxins in here. But it's a really complicated situation. Like, I can't just go and sleep on somebody's couch. I have to have a space of my own. That's why I'm asking, like, can y'all please help me to find housing? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna do this for as long as I can stand it. Like, I know it's about to be winter time, but I have a space heater in here. My friend bought me an electric blanket that she's getting shipped to me, hopefully by tomorrow. But I would rather be in a tent and be cold than continue to lay inside a house, breathing in things that are literally slowly unaliving me. Like, I've already mentally and physically, I've felt better, and I've only slept out here for 2 nights. Nobody should be living in the conditions that we're living in. My mom has gotten complacent, and she's just been used to it, and I'm having to pull at her for her to want to move, but I'm like, okay, regardless of what you decide to do, I have to get out of here, because if I don't, I don't know if I'll make it another year like this. It's been 2 years almost. It'll be 2 years in March that I've been here. I can't keep doing it. I want to live. I want to heal. I want better, and I deserve better, and I just need help. So share this.
Yeah, I can understand not wanting to be in an environment that's like slowly decaying you. I don't know about the diseases that she mentioned, the immune diseases. I'm not too educated on that, but I can't tell her how she's feeling or what she's dealing with. Clearly, it's extreme enough if she done moved into a tent. Like, she put her money where her mouth was. And, it's one thing when we come on here and we see people asking for donations for things that they absolutely could control, right? If she was sitting on here talking about she needed money for her immune disease or whatever, and then she had 3 kids, now we got to explore things a little bit further. But I think we can kind of take her up on face value from what she's saying, because she actually went out there and moved into a tent, and it seems like she could have other options that would be reasonable, but she's even turning those down because it's just going to affect her so much because of her immune system. So I can understand that, and I don't really want to touch on something that I'm not super familiar with, and she didn't really give any more information that I could go off of. So we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second. It actually does help out tremendously. Also, if you could hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button, and then it'll show you the points. And then also Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.